What's up, Reese, and welcome to ESPN College Football presented by Xfinity. You're watching the SEC on ESPN, Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia. A rainy mid-October Saturday as the Gamecocks, coming off an upset win at Georgia, look to knock off another top 10 team, the Florida Gators, trying to rebound from a loss against LSU. It is pouring and a chance of lightning in South Carolina today. Florida won the toss and deferred. Gators will kick it to Shi Smith. And we're underway from Columbia. Smith under it on the goal line, has to take it out. Past the 20, and a huge hit as he makes his 6th start, and he'll hand it off on first down as Dowdle does a great job. The first play, they do like Tavian Feaster, and it's going to be a flea flicker here. Holinsky looking deep, taking a shot. Caught! Brian Edwards, their best receiver, pulls it in with Florida's best corner, C.J. Henderson, draping him. Transfer from Clemson, stays in the game here. He'll get the call on first down. They shift Smith in motion, and Feaster wrapped up in the backfield and spun down by Trey Dean.
Talented wide receivers.
Feaster leaving the backfield. Holinsky with time, and it's caught by Smith for a first down at the 10-yard line. And Grenard, as they run it here, Feaster.
Red zone last week.
Feaster running right, and brought down at the 1. 3rd and goal again from inside the 1. Here's Denson. He's in. Touchdown, South Carolina. The 16-yard line for the Gators. Play action for Trask, and it's dropped.
Gator group.
Brace, replacing Felipe Franks, who's out for the year. As boy, that pass really sailed up. They set up a screen with nobody home. And Holinsky to throw it to Edwards on first down, past the 35, and a huge tackle. Ventrell Miller smoked him. Feaster. They bring in Denson, their short yardage back. He's hit by Reese and pulled back. And it's a quarterback run. Holinsky dragged down. Gonna run it again here. And wow, how physical is Florida. Running back Rico Dowdle does not return. He left after the first play. Holinsky slings it, but unable to hang on to it. 2nd and 5, play action. Trask downfield, a catch. And Copeland is inside the 40-yard line. Trask, a little half roll. That ball took a long time to get to Josh Hammond. They haven't run it yet. This is the first time, and Pirine able to break away from Kinlaw. Trask in the pocket, throws a deep ball, got a receiver, but that thing again hung in the air. 48-yard try. And it's good. Evan McPherson, who the last 2 years has missed only 3 field goals. That's a season-long, a 48-yarder, and it ties a career-long. Holinsky, 18 years old, turns 19 on Thursday, hands it off to Denson.
For what Grenard won't be out there providing.
South Carolina's got 2 starting running back for South Carolina. Here's a deep ball, and it's well overthrown. They're going to keep throwing it here. Trask lobs it out there for Malik Davis. They're going to run it here, and Davis is grounded. Pressure coming from South Carolina. Trask dumps it off, incomplete.
A matchup nightmare, and when you get one-on-one coverage, you have to take a chance at him. A lot of contact between him and McQuamu. This passing attack.
Hand off to Feaster. And Oklahoma continues to roll, as does Feaster, who might be gone. They finally cut him down inside the 40-yard line. Marco Wilson's got great speed.
Allows the backside cut. A beautiful run by Feaster.
They go back to Feaster here, grabbed at the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
2nd and 10, play action. Helinski looking deep, airing it out as he got hit.
For a potential screen or inside zone. There it is.
And Feaster. Oliveira's the long snapper. And that kick is good. Here. And they're going to throw it again. Out in space to Cleveland, and he's got the first down.
The defensive coordinator for the Gamecocks.
Here's Pierce up the middle. Their 3rd rush attempt of the game. They're going to run it again here with Pierce, and he's close to the first down. Near midfield, high snap. Trask going to keep it, and he does pick up the first down. To have Emery throw the ball, thinks that Jones has a good arm. He's going to run it here though, trying to find a hole. Trask is back in the game for 2nd down and 8. He'll throw to P. Ryan, and that was over Wanham. 3rd down and 1. And Trask keeping it again. These for hands in the face or face mask when there aren't penalties, right, in football. Here's Trask, and a jump ball that's caught. Copeland is free, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
This is a great job by Copeland. Ball slightly underthrown, a lot of contact working against Jamie Robinson. Just 3 verticals on the left-hand side. You hit the seam against 1 high coverage. 1st and 10, drive staying alive.
Helinski with a pump fake and throws it down the field for Smith. Overshot him
throughout the course of this drive.
Helinski pulls it back and throws a strike to Edwards for a first down.
Slant.
Here's Mondenson, brought down after a gain of 2. Another pump fake. Helinski going deep again, and he overthrew Smith again. 3rd and 9. Helinski to the air again from the pocket. Now the pocket collapses, and down goes the quarterback. Florida backed up inside its 20-yard line, and Trask to the air again. It was behind the intended receiver. Trask is struggling. Why not run it more? Here's play action, and down goes Trask. Eaten alive by DJ Wanham. An option. The pitch to P. Ryan. Gets across the 10.
To get, but I'm telling you, Oregon's defense is for real.
Here's Feaster as he's replaced.
Both those 2 teams still alive.
Here's Feaster, and he stumbled.
They're doing.
Helinski on 3rd down and long. Another deep ball here for Edwards. Overthrew him. On 1st down, another pass play. P. Ryan, ball is loose. Georgia, putting 1 for a touch. Play fake, and the pass is intercepted at the 35-yard line. Robinson waiting for blockers. Down to the 20. South Carolina comes back, and the quarterback Helinski keeps it. Helinski will throw it here, and he'll throw it to the end zone. Almost intercepted by C.J. Henderson, and then almost caught her down. Been a struggle all year. And they're just going to run it here on 3rd and 11, and Feaster has the first down and more. And Feaster's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They got him on the run, 26 yards. Let's see how Florida and Kyle Trask, after throwing that pick, responds. They run it, and Pierce breaks a tackle. Damian Pierce inside the 40. Pierce to the 20. Pierce to the house. Touchdown Gators. 75 yards. Well, we kept telling them to run the ball on 1st down in the first half. They didn't until now.
This is a beautifully executed in the front. Let's freeze it here. This is because Roderick overplays and tries to get outside. Instead, Pierce slips just inside, forcing the missed tackle. And how about the job, too, by Tyree Cleveland Number 89, the wide receiver, staying out in front of the defender and leading his running back into the end zone. Excellent effort by the wide receiver.
And we're tied again at 17. A touchdown apiece in the opening 2 minutes of the third quarter. Dameon Pierce, sophomore, Bainbridge, Georgia. 28 carries all year coming in. Takes that one the distance from 75 yards and a touch. The South Carolina fans were booing after that touchdown run, and we're going to show you why in a moment. At least one gaffe by the officiating crew, potentially two.
Well, there was a pretty blatant false start by DeLance, moving before the snap. And then here, the South Carolina faithful wanted a hold called on Tyree Cleveland, who you see that right arm clearly grabbing the jersey of McQuamu. But the official standing right there was a little bit blocked by the ball carrier. The South Carolina fans are not happy with what just transpired.
On Denson of the game at running back, but it's going to be a pass to Edwards, and he is tackled.
Defenders just looks like he's satisfied to run side by side with the runner down the field.
Here comes a blitz. Yep, it's picked up. Helinski throws complete, but Smith is tackled short of the line to gain.
Championship, and the men in the Final Four.
There's a draw on that late developing run. Feaster. And it's Feaster again with a first down to the second level
today.
Feaster had over 100 yards against Kentucky. Closing in on that today. Here's Denson, the backup. He's got the first down and knocked out of bounds. Carry. South Carolina's better than 5 yards a pop. Here's another run. Denson with room.
Their most valuable player. Jalen's had a great year, but he'd be quite a bit behind Tua and Burrow.
Denson, the right side of that line. Donnell Stanley is second down and 10. Another run play. Denson grabbed. A drop play on third and long, and it's a first down for Feaster.
Job in this drive, expect some more.
Nope, it's a pass play. Helinski gonna get leveled and sacked at the 15-yard line. Did not see the corner, C.J. Henderson coming.
Behind the sticks after the sack.
Second and goal. Van Feaster has nowhere to run.
There's more bad things can happen than good.
They are going to keep it on the ground. And Feaster stood up. And now they have to settle for 3. (20-17). The Gamecocks have the lead over the 9th-ranked Gators.
Game in an instant.
Here's Pierce running the ball, and he's drilled at Taylor's head. Play action. Trask in trouble. Throws complete to Pitts, the tight end, but no gain. Here he comes. The pass that was caught for a first down. Start for Trask after Felipe Franks went down against Kentucky. Here he throws a deep ball through the hands of the intended receiver. Trailing by 3. Trask to throw, takes another shot for Grimes, and it's incomplete. He was out of bounds. Not going to review it further. Another pass play here. Trask climbing the pocket and throws it to Swain. 6, to your point, Tom. Trask to throw, and it's a screen to the left. South Carolina's all over Swain. That was read well by the defense.
Here, they can play it here. Maybe pin deep.
You got a great punter, too, Townsend. And 3 Florida players are down there, and that was easy. Jefferson catches it at the 2. Terrific job by Florida, pinning South Carolina deep. We go to the 4th, a 3-point game in Columbia. Lined up in the end zone. Tavian Feaster running the ball, stood up, pushed back. C.J. Henderson. Schuler is back in the game for Florida. They'll run Feaster again, and he's going to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Against Brian Edwards.
They only rush 4. Here comes Reese late. Deep pass by Helinski. Knocked down, incomplete. Bernie in coverage of Shi Smith. Ryan the deep back. They haven't run the ball a lot on first down. They will here. Ryan has a hole, and he's got almost 10 yards. He's in defeat. Really raining hard now. They keep it on the ground on 2nd and 1, and Ryan is able to move the chains. He's outscoring opponents 64-14. Here's a pitch to Swain on the end around, and a great job to get off a block. 2-yard gain. Here's Ryan trying to find a hole. It's not there. Grabbed by Roderick and brought down after a 1-yard pickup. Trask gets hit. Steps up. Finds some running room. And then gets level. Middle of the field is open. And Trask, as they only rush a couple, Kinlaw almost got the sack. Trask dumps it off. And it's caught by Pitts for a first down. We said, though, they're not afraid to go for it on 4th down. They do it twice a game. Here's Trask looking, throwing, receivers down, caught, touchdown, Swain. Penalty marker down at the 5-yard line. Did Swain push off to get open?
Holding on the defense, number 29. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
And again, how about Kyle Trask waiting patiently for his receiver to come free? The Gators have the lead.
It's just an unbelievable adjustment by Freddie Swain. I mean, unbelievable adjustment. Full layout, tracking the football, securing the catch, fighting through contact, and giving the Gators the lead.
The Helinskis moved 2,000 miles to Columbia as Ryan decided to play in the SEC. Highly recruited player. Keeps it on the ground here with Feaster, and it's a first down.
Get the drive started.
I'll run it again here with Feaster. And for those wondering, that died via suicide. As Helinski's in trouble here, lost the ball. Recovered by Campbell. It's Florida football inside the 30. Zachary Carter hacked it out of the arm of Ryan Helinski for the takeaway.
This is 2 times now where the cornerback cat has fooled Ryan Helinski. Trying to go with a little halfback draw, but because of the presence that you see here, he kind of stops, which allows the backside rush to get home. Tries to hand it. Oh, no, can't do it because Feaster thinks he's got to pick it up. Next thing you know, he gets hit. Great job by Carter to win around the edge against the true freshman right tackle.
Keep it on the ground with Pierce. That's a big play on first down. Can they do it again here on 2nd and 11? Play fake for Trask. Steps up and throws complete for a first down. It's Copeland a couple times. Keep that in mind here for this play call. Trask rolling out, throws to the end zone, and it's picked off. J.C. Horn with the interception. There's a flag down at the 1-yard line.
Holding on the defense, number 1. Half the distance, automatic first down.
Now, South Carolina fans in that end zone are throwing towels onto the field now. They didn't like the call.
There was a lot of contact and grabbing as Jefferson tried to get released, and you see him grab. I mean, he grabs the face mask. It's very clear. It's a good call by the official, but
South Carolina players are turning to the crowd saying, let's not do this. Don't litter the field here.
Well, they're throwing water bottles, too. In fact, interviewing Dan Mullen going in at half, we almost got pummeled by a water bottle.
Well, J.C. Horn, son of Joe Horn, great player in the NFL. Terrific corner for the South Carolina team. Made a great play. It was just the contact earlier. And half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Back. He's got a touchdown already in this game. Trask rolling out. Fires fires to Pitts. Touchdown, Florida. A huge score for the Gators with 7:53 to go. And the third touchdown pass for Trask in the ballgame.
And Florida fortunate not to get called for offensive pass interference as Josh Hammond goes in and just blocks. And they sneak Pitts right out into the end zone right here. This is the offensive pass interference. You have to at least attempt to try to run a route. Hammond just grabs the defender, allows for the easy touchdown. It's a missed one there by the officials.
Right, and you got, again, the fans, as the extra point is good in the end zone. They saw that too, and they're still throwing stuff out of the field as the Florida Gators get a huge score. Trask has been brilliant here in the second half. Florida in command midway through the fourth.
And I understand why Will Muschamp is irate. Watch Josh Hammond, number 10, as he comes down. It's man coverage, and he blocks. Doesn't try to run a route, blocks the defender that was trying to cover Kyle Pitts. No officials recognized it, no flags, and Will Muschamp is beside himself. And this continued on for several minutes. OPI, it's that blatant.
Olinsky throws it downfield, and it's incomplete.
The ball crossed. It meets all the requirements of OPI.
All right, thanks, Matt. Here's Edwards out in space. Empty set here. Pressure coming. Olinsky gets rid of it, and it's juggled and then caught for a first down by Dawkins. Are they going to say incomplete?
Through a couple missed calls against South Carolina.
And now it's 4th and 3. They're bringing pressure, and it's dropped again. Incomplete. Edwards couldn't hang on. Florida going to keep it on the ground here. Pirine in the first half. He's been strong throwing the ball here in the second. Pirine trying to get the corner. He does. Has the first down. Skips out of play. Lead. And Trask to throw here. Pirine can't come up with it. Pierce gets hit. Bounces off of the tackler. Second. Pierce off the right side.
Wide receivers to block for you if you do get on the perimeter.
It's going to be a high percentage pass play to Grimes. He's in for the touchdown.
That's so difficult to defend. I love that play. Just kind of an extended handoff. You get Grimes, the big body wide receiver, running towards the quarterback. Very easy completion. Very few things can go wrong. Just really tough to defend. You saw the New Orleans Saints start to use this. LSU uses it quite a bit as well. It's just a really, really tough play to defend along the goal line, especially when your wide receiver is a big body, 6'5" guy that can run through contact.
4 touchdown passes for Trask to 4 different receivers. Florida trailed by 3 in the third quarter, but they're on their way to victory now at the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, it's just easy. It's a piece of cake throw. Probably the easiest throw Kyle Trask's had to make today. It was nice and accurate, right on the face mask of Trey Grimes. It's been a great performance here. After the early interception in the second half, Kyle Trask has really shown his mettle and has played really well down the stretch. And what a fourth quarter performance it's been. It all got started on the beautiful adjustment by Freddie Swain. Ball thrown upfield. Swain tracks it, finds it, lays out, and grabs it. Followed quickly by the cornerback Cat. It turned into a fumble recovered by the Gators. And then a couple plays later on the little rub route to Pitts for the touchdown. It's been a beautiful fourth quarter for the Florida Gators.
And an unsportsmanlike flag has been thrown against, we're told, Will Muschamp. You saw Grimes kissing off the crowd. I assume Muschamp was warned in the first interaction, confrontation with Matt Leffler, the referee.
But the officials certainly didn't help matters.
This pass is caught over the middle at the 30-yard line in less than 4 minutes. Here's Edwards from Helinski, stays in bounds.
And better, and they've withstood difficult outcomes, difficult circumstances, played great last week. They've certainly made a statement that they could be the best team in the SEC East.
Here's Edwards.
Conference that has had to play the 6-7 straight weeks.
Yeah.
Helinski's pass on the sideline.
LSU's a dynamo offensively, but
South Carolina going to keep it on the ground. Feaster's got the first down and more. He's inside the 10-yard line. Feaster again. Won't stop the clock yet. Here's Ortre Smith diving it in for the South Carolina touchdown. Here. Joseph Charlton is the punter, hammers it into the ground, and it's recovered by the Gators.
and Kyle Pitts makes them a matchup nightmare.
P. Ryan again on second down, and
had a lot of success offensively doing it this way.
How about Trask going to throw the ball here? He wisely does not, though.
To give away cheap ones.
Only rush 3 here. Helinski steps up and hits Van, who gets out of bounds.
Hardly at all. I mean, the corners have been hurt, ends have been hurt.
Wide open in the middle of the field is Muse, and the clock's going to stop here to get the chains reset.
The final stretch, knowing that you can throw the ball through the air if necessary.
They're going to run it here, try to get a first down and stop the clock.
It's capable enough to keep up with those two teams.
So the injury for Florida stopped the clock. This pass is off the mark. There was contact downfield between Moon and Denson. That win still did a lot for Will Muschamp and the program last week in Athens. That Illinois just beat Wisconsin. As that ball's tipped, caught. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, they hung in there with Wisconsin. Drop balls.
Next week in Columbus.
Helinski throws today. Fourth down, another drop. And that's going to do it because Florida will take a knee and the game will be over.
It's a great win from Florida. Really is. Tough stretch. 7 straight games after playing week 0 and having a bye week after that first game. Just a gutsy performance in difficult circumstances on the road.
Wow.
And good for Lovie Smith, man.
Absolutely. Look, they've got a beautiful facility there. We were there last week, and Lovie's a great guy, and we'll see if that can be a turning point for that program. Well, the Florida Gators, Dan Mullen trying to get this program back on track to where it was when he was there as the offensive coordinator with Urban Meyers, the head coach, and they were winning championships. Last year in Mullen's first year, they won 10 games, won 5-3 in conference play. In year 2, they're a legit college football playoff contender, even with 1 loss. They're at 7-1 now and 4-1 in conference play. South Carolina falls to 3-4 as we check in with Tom down on the field.
Well, Coach, at halftime, clearly you were not happy with the execution. Yeah. But you came out. What were the things that you adjusted to that allowed you to execute better in the second half?
Our guys adjusted to it. I went in and said, hey, there's no issues. You know, I mean, defensively, I thought we played a great first half. You know, the guy makes a one-handed beautiful catch, and we have a couple offside penalties and miss a gap for the run. But overall, we played great defense, and we weren't executing. Came out, you look at the beginning of the third quarter, we continued a little more of the same. Then we started to settle in. Defense made some plays. You know, they did a great job flipping field position, keeping us pinned deep all day long. Second half, we were able to flip the field position, you know, get a little in the plus side, and we finished it off scoring touchdowns there at the end.
I know it hasn't been ideal with the schedule, but you finally get the bye week next week. How important is it to have it scheduled right then and there?
I think it's right now for us, it's great. We're right where we want to be. You know, coming into this season, we control our own destiny. We're getting into a bye week, and we're going to have 3 games in November, conference games in November. That'll determine who goes to the SEC championship. And That's all you want to do is be in that position in November.
You told us you wanted to throw it coming into the football game. How did you feel Kyle Trask threw it today?
I thought he threw pretty well. I thought he tried to do a little too much at times, and with reads. But I thought we threw and caught pretty well all day long. Started slow, but did a really good job as the game went on.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Go Gators.
All right, so the Florida Gators bounce back from that loss against LSU with an impressive win in Columbia. Meanwhile, an upset in the top 10 in Champaign, plus Kentucky, Georgia tonight, and Alabama, Tennessee on ESPN. For Greg McElroy, Tom Luganville, Dave Pasch, saying so long from Columbia. Let's get you more of the upset in Champaign with Matt Berry in the studio.